Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your message for August 20th through the 26th. It's good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Capricorn. As always, keep in mind this is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone that watches. If this doesn't resonate, check your Rising, Moon, or Venus sign. You could find messages there instead this week. If you would like a message to be personal and just for you, because general messages don't hit it for you, or you would like to talk about something specific in your life, book a private reading with me. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. If you are new to my channel, welcome, subscribe, hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you know when I read for your sign. I very much enjoy reading for you, Capricorn. It is a pleasure to be your messenger today. All right, let's get into it. I have all your cards laid out already. Sometimes I do that off camera. Sometimes I do it on camera. I just listen to what your guides tell me. And I did it off camera because your guide said, you're going to need to sit and listen, take some notes. There'll be a lot of court cards that come out. And whenever a lot of court cards come out, kings and queens, I do need to take a minute to listen. And they were right. I have 3 kings on the table. I have some oracle messages for you of advice and just to see moving into the reading. Typically, the oracle cards will let you know right away if the message is for you and if you'll resonate with it. So hopefully it will help you. Never met a Capricorn I did not like. Yeah, so I hope this message helps you guys. So what came out of the Halloween Oracle deck was Apple, Risk and Reward. That came in the reverse. Midnight, the most magical hour of all, which is about going through a tough time. But eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. This is actually a positive card. When the Witch comes out, your guides are saying you and you alone are the single catalyst for change in your life, and you're a very powerful person. You're very capable of weaving a very productive, healthy web, in particular in community. It might suggest that you are a leader in some way, perhaps at work or in relationships or in your community. But to watch for people, lower energies, being jealous of you or accusing you of things that you didn't do. Witches were burned at the stake for being nothing more than in touch with themselves, the earth, Mother Nature, and being powerful people. So the witch is a person that makes their own rules, and other people don't like to see how powerful you are. So watch out for lower energies being that way with you this next 7 days. So Apple is about risk and reward and knowing that you need to weigh your odds in some situations and consider the risk versus reward. It could be about love. It could be about career, a family member, anything in your life, maybe taking a new job, moving, something like that. I think it's about a romantic relationship, to be perfectly honest. I think some of you aren't sure you can take a risk. You're not sure how much reward you're going to get from it. I can see that in what's going on deep down within and in your recent past. You're taking it slow because you're not sure about the risk versus reward. Midnight, this oracle message suggests that you've been through the dark night of the soul and that you're coming out on the other side and that you're not resisting it. I do have the 10 of Swords at the center, but I was like, my goodness, they're going through something difficult right now. Your guides are here to tell you this is a powerful time between one cycle and the next. Yes, you've been through something difficult, but it's a time to see what lessons you've learned, and they're trying to tell you the worst is over if you can let something go. I have a feeling that either you yourself or someone around you won't let something die because they believe that maybe you're their twin flame or vice versa. This card indicates that, like, even in death, we're never separated. This could have to do with a partner that's died and someone else has to live up to that ghost, or I'm getting this feeling of someone won't let something die and is trying to tell themselves our love transcends everything. If that's true, then why is there so much pain involved? That may or may not be true. So keep that in consideration, Capricorn. I wanted to use just a few more oracle cards. I'm like, okay, well, what else is going on for them? What else do they need to know? Instinct, growth, faith, and an impasse. So I take these as advice. Your guides are saying, listen to your instincts, listen to your intuition. There will be growth moving forward, but I also notice these are weeds and things growing up in a room. Like weeds might be growing up around a situation that should have been let go a long time ago. But if you listen to your instincts, growth will come. It will happen. You have to have faith. Keep the faith, mostly in yourself. Some of you need to seek counsel, spiritual advice, even a doctor, psychiatrist, something like that. But they want you to keep the faith. Listen to people that you trust that are mature and wise. You may be at a bit of an impasse right now. It's like, gosh, okay. They just want you to sit tight. The card that came out for you when I knew we were ready to shuffle, and they only wanted me to add one reversal, was the Ten of Swords. So this is an ending, and tens do bring a transcendence, and a new cycle will start. This could be something where you feel like you've had a painful ending. There's been a deep wound, even a betrayal and loss, but it can also simply mean feeling crisis, like a lacking mindset. The challenge will be moving on and healing from it. So the Six of Swords in reverse is sort of out of the frying pan into the fire. We keep repeating a cycle, or we feel as though we have unfinished business. We keep circling back to this pain, or this could even be a health issue you're having, Capricorn, where it's a slow process and you're having a hard time moving on and healing. This is not the center of the reading. This is just the challenge. So make note of that. Allow yourself to move to calmer waters. Take your time with the healing process. If you have unfinished business, wrap it up. If you keep repeating cycles that bring pain, make note of it. This is something that you can change right now. What's driving you? Oh, this is kind of intense. The Three of Wands to the Tower. This is Scorpio energy here. So you see yourself hitting the eject button on something. The Tower is where we have a sudden awakening. Everything is blown apart. We tear everything down and we rebuild it. This can be something that happens unexpectedly to us, or we create the Tower on our own. Make sure you're not turning your back on a sudden awakening because you don't want to see it, but the Tower is a pretty strong moment. You usually can't ignore it. You can convince yourself it was something different about 48 hours later, but I think you're in a moment now where you want to tear everything down and rebuild. There's been a sudden shift. The Tower can be anything from falling in love to having a baby to having a car accident to moving. It can be a major argument. It can be a chaotic moment, but it's where we hit that eject button and we tear everything down and rebuild. So this could even be stuff happening because of COVID, the Tower and the wheel and the world. That can be very indicative of what's going on in the world. But what's driving you is this Tower. Everything has been torn down and rebuilt. There's been a sudden shift for you, a sudden awakening for you. And this is causing you to have a lot of foresight and consider a lot of growth potential in your life. Also, something could be shifting for you big time at the end of October, which is Scorpio season. And that's a few months from now. I have a 3 and I have the Tower, which is Scorpio. So this could be 3 months from now. You're waiting for something to change and happen. You've been through a lot of pain. That's not going to be true for all of you, though, just some of you. Whatever's happened here for you, Capricorn, it's made you stand still and have a lot of foresight moving forward in the future. Deep within, what's happening deep within? Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. It's a Capricorn energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. This could be you or another person around you, Capricorn. The Page of Swords is invested, curious, interested, spying sometimes, stalky sometimes, but not always. He won't sign the dotted line until he knows more. So you or someone else is very apprehensive but interested to communicate, trying to think of a new way to communicate and approach something. I see that you want it to manifest into abundance, and I see that you're really willing to put the hard work in. This could be about a job. It could be about a relationship that's moving very slowly, but it is progressing. It could even be about a child, an adult child in particular. But it seems that deep within, you're curious, but defensive until you know more. You definitely want to plant this seed, but you're moving pretty slowly, or another person might be moving slowly. They might be a little defensive with you, and they might be a little stubborn. This was you or someone else. Your advice from Spirit, the Devil to the King of Wands. I know I have a lot of cross watchers checking in. If you're a cross watcher, reverse the roles. First of all, I'll say I have 3 kings on the table: a king of wands, a king of pentacles, and a king of swords. This could be 3 different people. This could be different aspects of the same person. This could be different aspects of you. Okay, keep that in mind. But when I see the king of wands and the devil, I see someone who has a lot of desire, who believes they can get what they want. It's a very magnetic, charming energy. There could be somewhat of an obsession with this king of wands. This king of wands might have a lot of insecurities and be very fueled by the wrong types of things for the wrong types of reasons. I'm seeing a bit of a player here. But the devil is you, Capricorn. So what your guides are saying here, this could be what you're thinking about. Like you might be chained and bound and fueled by desire to someone, towards someone, or you want them to be that way towards you. There's nothing wrong. This could be like a honeymoon phase in a relationship as well, where you see a lot of passionate growth potential and you feel a lot of desire for a person. But the advice of it is, make sure you're balancing your earthly obligations with hedonism and a little bit of trickery and a little bit of fun, the way a Capricorn can do. But something might be restricting you and chaining and binding you. This could be anything from desire, addictions, mental health issues, attachments of some kind that are a lower energy at times. But your guides are saying, be the best of yourself and consider the long-term growth potential in a situation. You may need to take the lead. And you may need to take control and be consistent and passionate, for sure. That's what they want you to be able to do. There's nothing saying you can't be the king of wands, and be the best of yourself. What's coming in for you? 8 of wands to the 2 of swords. So this looks like blocked communication or blocked. Someone wants to make fast-paced change, but it's a difficult choice. And you're at an impasse and weighing your odds, or vice versa, because I see these arrows coming into her and she's blocking. You could be dealing with a Libra. This could be the universe blocking something from happening as well. I didn't get major arcana except for the Tower. But when you have a Tower moment and you have a hard time moving on from it, there will be an impasse. So you could be being blocked universally in some way, by the universe and your guides. But I see that fast-paced change could happen for you. It could be messages. It could be coming into alignment with someone. It could be travel. I have 2 cards of travel. I have 3 cards of travel here. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't like to go far from the castle, though. And the 8 of Wands and the Chariot suggest possible movement as well. But it seems to be a difficult decision for you or for someone else. Yeah. You see yourself, Capricorn, as the 3 of Cups, but the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this could be openly dating. This could be a creative collaboration and healing. You might want to have some kind of a reunion or a healing or get together for fun and friendship with someone. Or this could even be a creative project at work, that it's a group dynamic. But there have been delays. When the Ace of Wands comes in reverse, it's like a false start or a non-start. The Ace of Wands flips into the reverse when we're a little unfocused, we lack direction, we're not sure of the full growth potential of something. This could just be a delay in something happening, which makes sense if you've just been through something painful and there's been a Tower. Yeah. And energy around you, this is interesting. King of Pentacles is the way they see themselves. King of Swords is the way they feel about you. Their action towards you is the 7 of Cups to the 7 of Swords in reverse. I clarified it further. I'm like, tell me more about what this person wants with Capricorn. And I got the Fool and the 9 of Wands. First of all, this person's walls are up with you and they're very guarded. And I think they just want a clean slate. I think they don't want any baggage. I think they want to leave the past behind, either with you or another part of their life. They're the wounded warrior, but they're starting right at the beginning. They might be watching you walk away from this Tower and this 10 of Swords, and they're a little guarded and even a little annoyed by that. This person seems to want a lot of control with this King of Swords here. This person might be a businessman. You could be dealing with another earth sign, a married man even. Even if it's a woman, she might be attached to a King of Pentacles or a King of Swords. The King of Pentacles expects a lot of discipline. They can be stubborn. They're a person that represents abundance. They could be married. or a boss, or a dad even. This person sees themselves in this way. Their feelings for you is the King of Swords. They want to define the truth. They want to control their feelings, and they want to remain detached. Their action towards you, Seven of Cups to the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'd be careful with this person. I think they want to confuse you, and I think they feel guilty. I think they feel caught in some way. They might be kidding themselves. They might be cheating themselves. They're not entirely sure where they stand with you. It's also possible that this is your response to your environment. Usually this is another person, but sometimes things bleed back and forth and roles can be somewhat reversed. So you might be confused about them and feeling like you can't be flexible and adaptable with them, but you definitely want to maintain control. Some of you are dealing with another earth sign. This person's confused and they feel guilty about something. They feel as though they've been caught, but they might kid themselves and cheat themselves. That's why they feel so guarded with you. And I think they just want to leave it behind. I think this person might play some head games with you. And I think that they think they will win, but not necessarily. If it's like a job opportunity, you guys, that you're thinking about moving because you've just lost a job and you're having a hard time moving on, or you can't relocate or something. If this is a business owner or something, they're pretty strong and pretty powerful. You're not their only choice. They're not going to be flexible. Their company's been through a lot and they're just trying to start over. I make that interpretation because a lot of people are without jobs and looking for work right now. They would definitely want you to relocate if it's something like that. The way you're feeling right now, Capricorn, Ace of Swords in reverse. So we have two aces on the table, a pretty powerful, somewhat crisis-like ending that you're having a hard time moving on from. And I see you wanting to get creative. You might talk to friends about it. This could be networking. Yes, it could be. What am I bothering for? Everyone's here for romantic love. Not everybody, but a lot of you. I think you're rethinking something and your judgment's a little clouded and you're delaying either getting together with someone or you're wondering if you're in a group dynamic. Just listen to your intuition, because I see you really examining the future and really willing to tear everything down and rebuild. The Tower is quite the investment. Don't rethink yourself. If you're rethinking an idea or your judgment is clouded about something and you're just having a hard time moving forward, or you're worried that someone won't accept your invitation or your messages or something like that, I'm not seeing any pages here. I'm just seeing a lot of strong energy in these kings. So I could be dealing with two masculine people. There could be somewhat of a power struggle happening between the two of you, but I do think that it will at least somewhat balance out by the end of the week, because I'm ending on the Six of Pentacles to the Chariot in reverse. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer. Maybe you have Cancer in your chart. So this could be, I don't know why I'm hearing this just now. Someone's saying, my car is broken, or I can't afford to buy a ticket to come and see you. Can you loan me money? Can you be generous? Can you help me with this? It could be a friend, possibly. That could be the Chariot, the Ten of Swords, and the Tower. Someone's having car problems, relocation problems. But if it's nothing like that, I think that either you're going to give someone enough, but only to a point. The Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity, but it's a card of equal give and take. Sometimes it can feel like breadcrumbing. Which person are you? Are you the person giving, or are you the person with your hands stretched out begging for something? This is usually a place where we really need or want something from someone. So if you're this person, Capricorn, I see you only giving to a point, expecting it to be returned to you and balanced out. Be careful that you're not the one on the receiving end. It depends, if you need to ask someone for help, you do. But make sure you're able to pay them back. I see that you want equal give and take, but with the Chariot in reverse, there's not a lot of direction. So make sure you're accountable for the direction you're going. Don't drive too quickly, too fast, too hard towards something. Capricorn. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. Some of you are dealing with a person that's also dealing with a Leo. That's only a few of you, not all of you. But someone wants money for a car maybe too. But if it's nothing like that, I think there's not a lot of drive or forward motion. And if there is, there's not a lot of accountability on someone's part for that. You could just be paying off a Cancer to get them out of your life because it was very difficult to deal with and you've had a hard time moving on. But I do see the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles here, Ace of Cups. This could very much have to do with a divorce, money, finances, resources. Make sure someone don't sleep with anybody or let them use you for sex because they need help. This could be something that you feel or a person or a situation you feel a deep connection to, but there's not been equal contribution. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse is about the darker side of wealth or a divorce or the karmic empire kind of disassembling in some way. If you're going through a divorce of some kind, this person might have think they might have a lot of power, and they might be trying to confuse you and distract you while they just go off and do what they want. I'm hearing some gaslighting going on for just a few of you, certainly not all of you. Sorry, I'm hearing like 5 different messages at once. Watch your spending and finances. Definitely love yourself. Move towards relationships and situations that are in total alignment with you and what you want. Someone is not going to cooperate moving forward, but they definitely want a lot of control. If you have to be the emperor and work alone, you do. Yeah. And for some of you, you are connecting to a person that you feel really good about. Just make sure that you're not repeating a pattern that you've played out before. I like that you're approaching it as slow and steady wins the race, and you're curious and you want information as you move forward. But you seem to have a difficult choice to make, or someone else does. And there could be some communication blocking. Don't let that confuse you. Interesting week. Talk to me about it in the comments if it resonates, because I'm like, this could be like 5 different things. Depends on the person. Okay, Capricorn, that's your reading from the 20th through the 26th. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it helps you, okay? Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. I'm always here to listen to the universe for you, Capricorn. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.